hey, we're moving forward with our podcast about dads, fathers, and everything we go through with raising our kids. So stay tuned, tune in, like, follow, subscribe, all that. Find us on YouTube, Dad and Change. Find us on Instagram, Dad and Change. It's the same thing everywhere. And believe, when you dad, you'll change. Thanks a lot. See you soon.
Rick Wild and Black, old school, follow me back, rock the slide, dump the mic and back the Mac and the smell, right? Give me a pin.
So, has anybody else figured out that these tween boys are off the rails? Like my guy, 12, right? And he's got to be the laziest, most clueless, most disorganized dude I've ever met. And I don't know if it's because he's 12 or this is where he's headed in his life, but like he plays lacrosse, he plays baseball. Every time we go to practice or a game, we're missing something, some piece of equipment, something he was supposed to bring. I don't know how many mouthpieces we've gone through over between lacrosse, flag football, whatever else he's doing. I don't know how many times we've forgotten socks. We've forgotten, and this is after the check. Hey, man, do you have everything? You have everything? You have everything you need? I've mentioned things. Do you have your cleats? I didn't think I had to mention, do you have your helmet? Forgot that at some point, you know? And then his mother says, well, you know, at least he's showering. And I'm like, he's between not giving a fuck about taking a shower or showering for 4 hours straight, right? He either smells like ass or way too much cologne, just way too much, you know. And you got to ask him 14 times to put his clothes up. You got to figure out, you know, can you clean your room? Can you bring the dishes out of your room if you have them in there? If you're having a sleepover, you know, where are these kids going to sleep? And you have to realize that he's between being a child and being a man. He's not a man. He's not a man. I'll tell you why he's not a man. He had a sleepover last Friday night. Saturday morning, I go get him up, right? It's him and his buddy. We have a baseball tournament. It's 8 a.m. and it's an hour away, right? So we got to be out of the house 6:30. So I go wake him up. It's like 5:45 in the morning. He gets up. He comes out into the hallway, right, to go to the shower and do everything he's supposed to do. This guy's wearing a top shirt and underwear. But you're sleeping in the same bed as your 11-year-old friend. And that's not man stuff. There's no way I'm waking up with a buddy of mine and I'm wearing a top shirt and boxer briefs. There's no way that's happening. No way. No way we're sleeping in the same bed next to each other. But they're that comfortable, right? That's the transition between boyhood and manhood. And just when I think it's him, like this guy, I don't know if he's going to make it out of tween, teen into, you know, early adulthood. Every parent I talk to, same complaint about their boys. Same complaint. You either smell like way too much cologne or sweat fest. You either smell like you've been running around with horses and dogs or a hint of horse and dog and whatever their version of Polo cologne is, right? My guy asked for Valentino. I've heard of it. I Google it. It's $150 a bottle. No, man. No. You have a girlfriend that you talk to in the morning and at night. Good morning, good night. And that's the gist of the entire relationship. There's no way we're spending $150 for you to smell good, to say hello and goodbye. That's out, bro. No job? I don't wear cologne like that. I've been wearing the same scent since I was 18. And maybe that's a knock on me, I guess. Maybe I should step my scent game up. But the moral of the story is, just when I'm frustrated, I go talk to the other parents, the parents that are on his teams, you know, parents that have kids that I know, and they're all facing the same frustration. And it's not the generation. When I think back on it, when I think back to my childhood, 12 years old, finishing 6th grade, that was the summer that I told my friends, I'm not taking a shower or brushing my teeth the entire summer because I want control, basically. You know, I want control over myself. I'm grown. I'm going into 7th grade next year. I'm not doing that. My mom's not going to make me. She did. It took 4 days till she noticed, and I showered and brushed my teeth. And for the rest of the summer, that was what I did. thank goodness for me, I take showers, every day I'm supposed to. I brush my teeth at least once a day, And so when I think back to where I was at his age, it's entirely possible that I was that disorganized and that absent-minded. And I think the idea is, when we commune as parents, when we communicate as parents, when we sort of bounce things off each other, we find out that most of us are sort of going through the same processes that other parents are. Most of the children are doing things that are age appropriate. Whether it's frustrating or shocking to us, everybody's sort of dealing with the same things. And if you suffer in silence, that's where you make mistakes. That's where your frustration with these boys and their transition into manhood is shockingly odd, right? And it's so hard to remember. He's 30-something years younger than me, so I have to remember 30, 35 years in the past with a clear recollection of what I was doing in order to gauge whether he's on the right path or not. I feel like I wound up a good man. I'm strong. I do what I'm supposed to do. I work. I'm organized, all of those qualities. But when I explore where I was when I was his age, where my friends were when they were his age, what my friends are dealing with with their sons that are his age, you realize that he is of his age. And that's what 12-year-old boys do. And to alleviate that frustration and then be able to parent through this odd stage of boyhood is the best thing that we can do, right? It's the best thing that I can determine the right road to take with parenting him. So if anybody's had frustration with that, I urge you, talk to people that have children. If your children play sports, talk to the parents of the teammates. Commune with them. Ask them what they're going to. I guarantee you're going to get some funny stories out of that. Guaranteed. So just think about it. Think about it.
Whatever you do, I keep it close. Remember the clues. So when you're lost, you know what to do. Return to the spot and drop it from you. When it was with you, I wasn't a cop. He wasn't a fool. He wasn't a flop. But he was my dude and he was my dog. That was my true. We making it rock. You hearing it hot?